7 habits that attract opportunity. Let me ask you something. Are you waiting for opportunity to knock? Are you hoping life will just hand you a break? Here's the truth. Opportunity doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who prepare. It comes to those who build the habits that attract it. Opportunities are like seeds. Plant them in the soil of preparation. Water them with discipline and nurture them with persistence. Only then will they grow into something you can harvest. I'm going to share 7 habits. Simple, practical, and powerful habits that can change the way opportunity finds you. These aren't theories. They're proven actions that successful people live by every day. Because success is predictable. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's preparation meeting opportunity. So, let's dive in. Let's discover the habits that open doors, create possibilities, and attract the opportunities you've been waiting for. Habit 1. Continuous learning. Commit to daily growth. Let me tell you something that changed my life. Opportunities never arrive fully formed. They arrive as ideas. They arrive as knowledge. They arrive as skills. And here's the thing. The person who is ready, the person who is prepared, is the one who seizes them. Continuous learning is not an event. It is a lifestyle. It is a daily commitment. Read a book, listen to a mentor, watch a lecture, absorb knowledge wherever you can. Every new idea, every new perspective is a seed of opportunity. Plant it, nurture it, watch it grow. You see, most people wait. They wait for life to teach them a lesson. They wait for someone to show them the way. They wait for luck to knock on their door. And while they wait, life passes them by. But those who commit to daily learning, they are always ready. They're always one step ahead. Let me give you an example. Think of a man with a small notebook. Every day, he writes one new idea, one new insight, one new skill he wants to learn. A year passes, and he has 365 ideas. A decade passes, and he has 3,650 ideas. Now imagine the doors that knowledge opens. Imagine the opportunities that arrive because he was prepared. Continuous learning is not just about books. It's about conversations. It's about observing life. It's about learning from your successes and your failures. Here's the secret. You don't have to know everything. You just have to learn enough fast enough to act when opportunity arrives. I often say formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Why? Because the world changes every day. New industries emerge, new technologies develop, new ways to create value appear. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. And if you're falling behind, opportunities pass you by. Continuous learning is also a habit of humility. It requires admitting I don't know everything. It requires saying I can always improve. It requires curiosity. Curiosity is the spark. Knowledge is the fuel. Action is the engine. Daily growth compounds like interest in a bank account. Read a little today, a little tomorrow. Soon the compounding effect will astonish you. Soon you will be the person who attracts opportunity because you are ready. Remember this, success is predictable. It's not luck and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. And learning is part of that discipline. Learning is part of that preparation. Learning is part of the work that makes opportunity recognize you. So start today. Pick up a book. Listen to a podcast. Ask questions. Take notes. Learn something new every day. Every idea is a potential door. Every lesson is a potential ladder. Every insight is a potential key to a future you can design. Make continuous learning your first habit. Make it non-negotiable, because the person who stops learning stops growing, and the person who stops growing stops attracting opportunity. And you don't want that. You want to be the person who is ready. You want to be the person who sees opportunity and steps forward. You want to be the person who turns knowledge into action and action into results. So commit to learning. Commit to daily growth and watch how the world opens its doors to you. Habit 2, building strong character. Opportunity doesn't just look for talent. It doesn't just look for intelligence. It looks for character. Because in the end, who you are matters more than what you know. Knowledge is important. Skills are valuable. But without integrity, without honesty, without reliability, those things crumble. Think about it. Would you trust a dishonest genius? Would you build a partnership with someone who lies? Would you hand responsibility to someone who is unreliable? No. Opportunity follows character. When people know you as honest, when they know you as reliable, when they know your word is good, doors open, not just once, not just for a moment, but again and again and again. Because character is the magnet for long-term success. Let me put it this way. Skills might get you the interview. Knowledge might get you the contract, but character determines whether you keep it. I've seen people with incredible ability lose everything because they lacked integrity. And I've seen people with modest skill rise to great heights because they could be trusted. Opportunity has a way of circling around those with strong character. Why? Because the world is full of clever people who cannot be trusted. It's full of talented people who cut corners. It's full of intelligent people who lack discipline. But when you build strong character, you stand out. You become rare. You become valuable. Now here's the truth. Character isn't built in a day. It's built in the small decisions you make every day. Do you keep your promises? Do you tell the truth even when it's uncomfortable? Do you follow through even when it's inconvenient? These are the choices that shape who you are. And the beautiful thing about character is this: it compounds. Just like money grows with interest, trust grows with consistency. One honest act builds trust. Another adds to it. Another multiplies it. And over time, you develop a reputation, your most valuable asset. Here's something I often remind people. Success is not so much what we achieve, but who we become. Because in the pursuit of wealth, in the pursuit of opportunity, in the pursuit of success, the real prize is who you become along the way. You see, the world doesn't just reward ability. It rewards reliability. It rewards people who can be counted on. It rewards people who lead with integrity. And here's another lesson. Character attracts character. Honest people attract honest partners. Disciplined people attract disciplined teams. Reliable people attract reliable friends and clients. When you strengthen your character, you shape the kind of opportunities that come your way. Because not all opportunities are equal. Some can lift you, some can destroy you. Strong character helps you recognize the difference. So what can you do to build strong character? 1. Keep your word. If you say it, do it. Small promises matter just as much as big ones. 2. Be honest, even when it costs you, especially when it costs you. 3. Take responsibility. Don't pass the blame. Own your mistakes and learn from them. 4. Stay disciplined. Do what needs to be done, not just what feels good in the moment. These are not always easy, but they are always worth it. Remember this. Character is invisible in the short term, but undeniable in the long term. At first, nobody notices, but over time, everybody knows. And when your reputation is one of integrity, honesty, and reliability, opportunities find you. Not because you chase them, but because they trust you. So, here's the life lesson. Character is the magnet for long-term success. Build it, protect it, strengthen it. Because skills may fade, circumstances may change, but character endures, and in the end, who you are will determine what you attract. Habit 3. Developing communication skills. Opportunities often come through people, not things, not machines, not even hard work alone. They come through people. That's why communication is one of the most valuable skills you can develop, because your words can open doors. That effort alone cannot. Think about it. You can have the best ideas in the world, but if you can't explain them clearly, those ideas stay locked inside of you. You can have incredible value to offer, but if you can't present it with confidence, people may never see it. That's why communication is not optional. It's essential. Now, communication is more than just talking. It's 3 things: speaking, listening, and connecting. Speaking allows you to share your thoughts. Listening allows you to understand others, and connecting, that's the magic. Connecting allows trust to form, and when trust forms, opportunities flow. Let me give you an analogy. Communication is like a bridge. On one side of the bridge is you, your knowledge, your effort, your dreams. On the other side of the bridge is someone else. The opportunity, the relationship, the door you need opened. If the bridge is strong, you can cross. If the bridge is weak, you remain stranded. Your words, your ability to listen, your ability to connect, these are what strengthen the bridge. Now, some people say, but Jim, I'm not a natural speaker. Well, here's the good news. You don't have to be. You just have to practice. You don't have to give speeches to thousands. Start small. Practice with one person. Share your ideas with clarity. Look them in the eye. Be sincere. Communication is not about perfection. It's about connection. Here's a key principle. To become a better communicator, focus less on impressing and more on expressing. Don't try to dazzle people with big words. Speak so they can understand you. Speak so they can feel you. Remember this, people may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Listening is just as powerful as speaking, sometimes even more powerful. Most people don't listen. They wait for their turn to talk. But the person who truly listens, the person who pays attention, becomes magnetic. Because listening shows respect. It shows humility. It shows that you value others, and in return, people value you. Now let's talk about connecting. Connection goes beyond words. It's the tone of your voice. It's your body language. It's your sincerity. You can say all the right words, but if your tone is wrong, the message won't land. But if you speak with sincerity, even simple words can move mountains. Here's something to remember. Effective communication is 20% what you know and 80% how you feel about what you know. Passion makes words powerful. Belief makes words believable. When you truly believe in your message, people feel it. And when people feel it, they act on it. So, how do you develop strong communication skills? 1. Read daily. Reading expands your vocabulary, your knowledge, and your ability to explain ideas. 2. Practice speaking, not just in big moments, but in everyday conversations. 3. Listen actively. Don't just hear words, hear meaning. 4. Study great communicators. Watch how they use pauses, how they use stories, how they connect with emotion. 5. Be sincere. Say what you mean. Mean what you say. These practices over time sharpen your communication like a sword. And here's the life lesson. Your words can open doors, your effort alone cannot. You may work hard, but without communication, your effort stays invisible. With communication, your effort is multiplied because effort creates value, but communication reveals value. And when people can see your value, they offer you opportunities. So remember this habit. Develop your communication skills. Speak with clarity, listen with intent, connect with sincerity, because success doesn't just depend on what you know, it depends on how well you can share what you know. And the better you communicate, the more doors will open. Habit 4, maintaining a positive attitude. A positive attitude. It's not just a nice idea. It's not just a smile on your face. It's a magnet for opportunity because opportunity avoids the complainer, but it finds its way to the optimist. Let me explain. Life is full of challenges, disappointments, setbacks, hard days. That's the reality. But here's the key. Your attitude determines how you respond. Two people can face the same problem. One gets bitter, the other gets better. Same problem, different outcome. Why? Because of attitude. Now, don't misunderstand. Having a positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring reality. It doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect when it isn't. It means facing reality with resilience. It means saying, yes, the problem is real, but so is the solution. That mindset attracts ideas. That mindset attracts people. That mindset attracts opportunity. Think of it this way. A complainer walks into the room and the energy drops. They talk about what's wrong. They talk about who's to blame. They talk about why things won't work. Pretty soon, people avoid them. But when a positive person walks into the room, the energy rises. They acknowledge the problem, yes. But then they say, let's find a way. And suddenly people are drawn in. Solutions begin to appear. Here's the truth. Your spirit is like a light. When you keep it positive, it shines. And like moths to a flame, opportunity is drawn to it. But when your spirit is negative, the light goes out. And opportunities pass you by in the dark. Now some people say, but Jim, it's hard to stay positive when life keeps knocking me down. Yes, it's hard. But that's why it's called discipline. Maintaining a positive attitude is a habit. It's not automatic. It takes effort. You choose your response. You choose your words. You choose your outlook. And that choice makes all the difference. Here's something I learned. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines your destination. It's the set of the sail. The same wind blows on all of us. Disappointment, challenge, loss. But some end up in despair and others end up in discovery. Why? Because they set their sail with a positive spirit. So, how do you maintain a positive attitude? Let me give you some practices. 1. Guard your thoughts. Don't feed your mind with constant negativity. Be selective about what you read, watch, and listen to. 2. Use gratitude daily. Write down what you're thankful for. Gratitude turns what you have into enough. 3. Surround yourself with positive people. Attitudes are contagious, so choose wisely who you spend time with. 4. Turn problems into lessons. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what can I learn? 5. Speak words of possibility. Your language shapes your reality. Replace complaints with solutions. Do these daily, and your spirit becomes resilient. Now here's the life lesson. A positive spirit is like a light opportunity is drawn to it. Think about that. Nobody wants to partner with a complainer. Nobody wants to invest in a pessimist. Nobody wants to follow someone who believes the worst. But everybody wants to be around someone who believes, who hopes, who sees possibility. That's the person opportunity visits. So remember, when life gets tough, your attitude is your anchor. When the storm comes, your attitude keeps you steady. And when the sun rises again, your attitude helps you move forward. Maintain a positive spirit. Keep the light on because opportunity is looking for that light. Habit 5, taking initiative. Opportunity belongs to those who move first, not the ones who wait, not the ones who hesitate, the ones who act. Think about it. The world doesn't always hand out invitations. Life doesn't always say, now it's your turn. Most of the time, it rewards the one who steps forward before being asked. That's initiative, and it's one of the greatest habits you can ever develop. Now let's slow it down. What does it mean to take initiative? It means you don't wait for someone else to tell you what needs to be done. You see it, you do it. You take responsibility. At work, at home, in your personal growth, initiative is the spark. It's the signal that says, this person can be trusted with more. Let me put it another way. Leaders are not looking for people who need to be pushed every step of the way. Leaders are looking for people who move on their own. Doors don't open for the hesitant. They open for the prepared. They open for the ready. They open for the self-starter. That's why initiative is powerful. It positions you as someone who can be counted on. Now here's the truth. Waiting feels safe. It feels comfortable. But waiting is also dangerous. Because while you're waiting, someone else is moving. While you're hesitating, someone else is building. While you're debating, someone else is deciding. An opportunity doesn't wait forever. Here's one of my favorite principles. Life doesn't respond to need. It responds to seed. Need says, I hope something comes my way. Seed says, I will plant first. And that's initiative. You plant before you see the harvest. You act before the reward shows up. That's the type of person life trusts with more opportunity. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed the people who get promoted, who get noticed, who get trusted with more, are rarely the ones who just did the minimum? No, they're the ones who went the extra mile. They stayed a little longer. They solved the problem before it grew. They acted without being told. That's initiative in action. Now, some might say, but what if I make a mistake? Well, let me tell you, mistakes made from initiative are better than failures caused by hesitation. At least when you act, you learn. At least when you move, you gain experience. But when you wait, you gain nothing but regret. Here's how you build the habit of initiative. 1. Start small. Look around what needs to be done. Do it without being asked. 2. Anticipate needs. Don't just react. Predict. Leaders value foresight. 3. Ask what's next. When you finish a task, don't stop there. Look for the next thing you can contribute. 4. Take ownership. Act like it depends on you because often it does. 5. Trust yourself. Don't overthink every step. Better to act and adjust than to freeze in doubt. Do this consistently, and soon you'll stand out. Now here's the life lesson. Opportunity belongs to those who move first. When you act, you put yourself in position. You're seen. You're noticed. And opportunity says, here's someone ready. But when you wait, you blend into the crowd and the chance passes by. If there's something you've been waiting on, stop waiting. Start, move, act. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now because initiative today creates opportunity tomorrow. And opportunity tomorrow shapes the future you desire. Habit 6, expanding your network. Your network is your gateway to opportunity. Not your talent alone, not your knowledge alone, but the people you know and the people who know you. Here's the truth. No one succeeds alone. Every dream, every breakthrough, every step forward comes through people. Somebody opens a door, somebody shares an idea, somebody makes an introduction, somebody believes in you before the world does. That's the power of association. Now think about this. If you spend your time with complainers, soon you'll find yourself complaining. If you spend your time with dreamers, you'll start dreaming bigger. If you spend your time with achievers, their discipline will rub off on you. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's not just a nice quote. It's a law of life. So the question is, who are you spending time with? Because the people around you shape your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. If you want better results, sometimes it starts with better company. But here's the good news. You don't have to wait for the right people to show up. You can go find them, attend seminars, join groups, read books from great minds, and let their words mentor you. Seek out those who challenge you, not the ones who let you slide, but the ones who raise the standard and say, you can do more, you can be better. Now, let's go deeper. A strong network is not just about who you know, it's also about who knows you. Are you the kind of person people remember? Are you the one who adds value when you walk into a room? Are you reliable, trustworthy, encouraging? Because opportunity doesn't just flow to talent, it flows to trust, it flows to character, it flows to those who bring something good to the table. Let me share a simple analogy. Think of a garden. Your relationships are like seeds. The more you plant, the more you water, the more you nurture, the greater your harvest will be. But if you don't plant, if you don't invest, you can't expect much in return. That's networking. You don't build it when you need it. You build it long before, so when the time comes, the harvest is ready. Here are some practical ways to expand your network. 1. Be intentional. Don't just drift into friendships. Choose associations that lift you higher. 2. Add value. Don't just look for what you can get, look for what you can give. 3. Stay connected. Relationships weaken without effort. A simple call, a note, A gesture keeps doors open. 4. Show character. Be the person others can trust. Trust is the foundation of opportunity. 5. Learn from everyone. Every person has a story. Every story carries a lesson. Here's the life lesson. Your network is your gateway to opportunity. The right people bring the right chances. The wrong people close the door before you even knock. Choose wisely. Expand intentionally. Invest continually, because your future is not just built by your effort. It's shaped by your associations. So, let me ask you, who do you need to spend more time with? Who do you need to distance yourself from? And who is waiting right now for you to connect so both of you can grow together? Remember this, life changes when you change who you walk with. Your network will either limit you or lift you. And if you want to attract opportunity, you must expand your circle. Habit 7, being prepared. Opportunity favors the ready. Opportunity doesn't wait. It doesn't knock twice. It comes and it asks one question. Are you ready? Now, here's the truth. Most people miss opportunities not because they don't exist, but because they weren't prepared when they showed up. The job was open, but the skills weren't there. The door unlocked, but the character wasn't built. The chance came, but the discipline was missing. So opportunity passed them by. When the opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. When the opportunity comes, that means the preparation must come before. You prepare in the dark. You prepare in the quiet. You prepare when nobody is watching. Because one day, when the light shines, when the moment arrives, your preparation will meet opportunity. And that's when the world calls it luck. But it's not luck. It's readiness. Think of the farmer. He doesn't wait until the harvest season to plant seeds. By then, it's too late. He plants in the spring. He nurtures through the summer. So when the fall arrives, he's ready for the harvest. That's preparation. Life works the same way. You don't start getting ready when opportunity knocks. You stay ready so when it knocks, you can answer. Now let me ask you, are you preparing or are you waiting? See, waiting is passive. Preparation is active. Waiting says one day I'll get the chance. Preparation says I'll be ready when it comes. So, how do you prepare? 1. Sharpen your skills. Learn daily. Read, practice, and grow. Don't just hope for the right job. Become the right person for it. 2. Build your character. Opportunity avoids the dishonest. It avoids the unreliable, but it chases the trustworthy. 3. Stay disciplined. Do the small tasks well. If you can't handle small responsibility, you won't be given greater ones. 4. Protect your energy. Rest well. Eat well. Take care of your health. You can't say yes to opportunity if your body says no. 5. Expect the moment. Have the attitude that your time is coming. Walk with readiness. Think about this. A soldier doesn't wait until the battle starts to train. He trains daily, so when the call comes, he's already ready. An athlete doesn't wait until the championship to practice. He practices long before. So when the big stage comes, he performs with ease. The same is true for you. Your career, your dreams, your relationships, your finances, all are waiting for one thing, your readiness. Here's the life lesson. Opportunity favors the ready, not the lucky, not the hopeful, but the prepared. Because when you are ready, opportunity will find you. It has a way of seeking out those who prepared in silence. So here's my challenge to you. Every day, do one thing that prepares you for the future you want. One habit, one discipline, one seed planted. Because you don't know when opportunity will knock. But if you're ready, you won't miss it. Remember this, it's not enough to dream, it's not enough to wish. Preparation is the bridge between desire and achievement. Opportunity will test you, and the question will not be, what do you want? The question will be, what have you prepared for? So live ready, stay ready, and when your moment comes, you'll step into it with confidence. So what's the lesson here? Opportunity is not hidden. It's waiting. It's waiting for the person who prepares. It's waiting for the one who disciplines himself. It's waiting for the one who chooses the right habits every single day. Think about it. Opportunity doesn't visit everyone. It visits those who are ready. And readiness is not luck. It is built brick by brick, habit by habit. 7 habits, 7 doors, 7 steps that turn your ordinary life into something extraordinary. Continuous learning, strong character, communication, positivity, initiative, networking, preparation, each one an anchor, each one a magnet. You don't have to chase opportunity. You just have to become the kind of person it can't resist. Because opportunity doesn't chase comfort. It chases growth. So here's the challenge. Don't just listen. Don't just nod. Live it. Pick one habit, practice it, then stack the next and the next. And before long, you won't just attract opportunity. You'll live inside it. Remember this. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. Become. That's the word. And if you do, Opportunity will find you. Thank you.